Cassie was rushed to a hospital in New York City on Tuesday, sparking a wave of concern and speculation among fans and media alike. According to a report from TMZ, she is currently in the labor and delivery unit, which indicates that her third child with her husband, Alex Fine, may be arriving sooner than expected. The news comes on the heels of an emotionally turbulent period for Cassie, as she recently spent several grueling days testifying in Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing criminal trial. During her time on the witness stand earlier this month, it was clearly visible that Cassie was heavily pregnant, estimated to be around 8 months along at the time, her baby bump apparent even through her professional attire. The timeline of events leading up to her hospitalization makes her current state all the more poignant. Just a few years ago, Cassie and Alex Fine took their relationship public in December of 2018, a milestone that followed shortly after her tumultuous and highly publicized breakup with Diddy. Their relationship, initially scrutinized by the public, due to the close timing of her separation from Diddy, quickly evolved into something much deeper and far more genuine. In October 2019, less than a year after going public, the two tied the knot in a private but joyous wedding ceremony that reflected the new chapter they were starting together. Their union has since blossomed into a growing family, with the birth of their first daughter, Frankie, later that same year. The arrival of Frankie was a defining moment in their lives, marking the beginning of Cassie's transformation from a pop and R&B singer into a devoted mother and wife. That evolution continued in March 2021, when their second daughter, Sunny, was born. With the anticipated arrival of their third child, it's clear that family has become the center of Cassie's universe, a grounding force that stands in stark contrast to the turmoil and controversy of her past. However, that past has been hard to shake, especially in light of recent legal proceedings involving her former partner. Cassie's testimony in Diddy's ongoing criminal trial was not only emotionally taxing, it was historic in its own right. Her courage in coming forward to recount years of alleged abuse and manipulation drew both media attention and public support. She painted a chilling picture of life behind closed doors, revealing deeply disturbing details, including multiple so-called freak-off encounters that she claimed were orchestrated by Diddy himself. The phrase, disturbing in and of itself, became a symbol of the psychological and emotional trauma that she allegedly endured throughout the years of their relationship. But Cassie's testimony did not stop there. She also spoke about the intense backlash and emotional torment she suffered when Diddy discovered she had begun dating fellow artist Kid Cudi. According to Cassie, Diddy's reaction was nothing short of threatening, a moment that underscored the lingering control and possessiveness that defined their time together. Her lawsuit, filed in 2023, had already pulled the curtain back on Diddy's alleged behavior, but it was her live courtroom testimony that delivered an unfiltered, emotionally raw narrative that struck a chord with many, especially survivors of abuse who saw their own pain mirrored in her words. Outside the courtroom, Cassie's legal representative, attorney Doug Wigdor, delivered a statement that she had prepared. The statement, read aloud to a sea of reporters and supporters, was a poignant and powerful testament to her journey. In it, she expressed hope that her willingness to speak out would inspire other survivors to find their own voices, to no longer remain silent in the face of abuse, and to begin the arduous process of healing. I hope that my testimony has given strength and a voice to other survivors and can help others who have suffered to speak up and also heal from abuse and fear, she wrote. Her words struck a balance between painful recollection and hopeful resilience. For me, the more I heal, the more I can remember, and the more I can remember, the more I will never forget. She concluded the statement by acknowledging the new chapter of her life that was beginning, stating that her primary focus now would be her pregnancy and her growing family. In this one simple declaration, Cassie encapsulated the strength it takes to move forward, turning the page from a story of trauma to one of empowerment and hope. It was a moment that felt full circle, especially for those who have followed her journey from the early days of her career to the present. Meanwhile, the criminal trial against Diddy continues to unravel, casting a long and often shadowy light on the entertainment mogul's past. This week, courtroom proceedings resumed following a brief recess for Memorial Day weekend. One of the most dramatic moments came when Capricorn Clark, Diddy's former assistant, took the stand. Her testimony added another layer of complexity to an already intricate case. According to Clark, Diddy once went so far as to have her kidnapped after some of his jewelry went missing. She further alleged that he forced her to take multiple lie detector tests in a bid to uncover the culprit. Her statements, while shocking, aligned with the overarching theme of control and paranoia that has emerged from multiple testimonies in the case. Clark's testimony also touched on Cassie and her relationship with Kid Cudi, once again highlighting the lasting impact Cassie had on Diddy's emotional and psychological state. Her presence in the courtroom, even indirectly, serves as a constant reminder of the unresolved and deeply personal wounds that many of the trial's witnesses have had to confront. And as more individuals come forward with their accounts, the case against Diddy becomes increasingly layered, bringing to light the darker aspects of a man who once stood as a paragon of success in the music industry. For Cassie, these developments are more than just footnotes in a legal drama. They are chapters in her personal story of survival, resilience, and rebirth. Each testimony, each statement, and each new piece of evidence brings with it a wave of emotions that she must navigate while also preparing to welcome a new life into the world. It's a juxtaposition of the past and the future, of darkness and light, all playing out in real time under the harsh glare of public scrutiny. The support Cassie has received throughout this ordeal has been immense. Fans, fellow celebrities, and advocates for survivors of abuse have rallied around her, praising her bravery and calling for justice. Social media has been flooded with messages of solidarity, many of which echo the sentiment that her willingness to come forward may be the turning point for others who have suffered in silence. In an industry that often turns a blind eye to powerful men's misconduct, Cassie's voice has broken through the noise, demanding to be heard and remembered. As she remains in the hospital, likely in the final stages of labor, it's impossible not to reflect on the incredible duality of her current experience. On one hand, she is fighting for justice, not just for herself, but for countless others whose stories have yet to be told. On the other, she is preparing to bring a new child into the world, surrounded by the love and support of her husband and family. It's a powerful image, one that symbolizes both an ending and a new beginning. The pain of the past, while not forgotten, is slowly being replaced with the promise of a brighter future. Alex Fine has remained a pillar of support through it all. Since the early days of their relationship, he has shown unwavering dedication to Cassie and their children. His presence in her life has provided stability and reassurance during some of the most challenging moments she has faced. It's clear from their public interactions and social media posts that theirs is a partnership rooted in love, trust, and mutual respect, qualities that have become even more apparent as they navigate this latest chapter together. As the days unfold and more details emerge, the world watches not only for developments in the courtroom, but also for the joyous news of a new addition to Cassie and Alex's family. It is a testament to Cassie's strength that she has been able to endure so much and still remain focused on the love and life that surrounds her. And while the trial against Diddy may continue for some time, the story of Cassie's resilience, growth, and motherhood is already leaving a profound impact on all who hear it.